Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be answering the question, are YouTube Faceless channels still worth it in 2026? I'm not the best YouTuber in the world, but I have made 7 figures off of YouTube ads alone, not including sponsorships. So I think I'm decently qualified to answer this question. And I will go over the landscape of YouTube, what's going on these days, and I'll do my best to answer this question with my experience. So first off, I'll come with the difficulties with YouTube in 2026. Well, first off, like many of you guys have probably thought of, it's saturated. I mean, over the course of the years, you've had many course creators come out and teach people how to make money off of YouTube. I mean, when I first started a couple years ago, they were calling it cash cow channels, and I don't know what they're calling it these days out there. I just call it a YouTube Faceless channel. So number one is that it's still very, not still, but it's getting more and more saturated every single year. I'll touch upon more of this later on. I'm just gonna go over all the problems here first. So number 2 to add to the saturation are AI channels. I'm sure you guys have seen it all already. A bunch of channels popping up just using AI, ChatGPT, 11 Labs, perhaps Sora, or perhaps something else, but just a bunch of AI channels popping up. And again, I'm going to touch upon this later, but you just see a bunch of channels, whether it's from other course creators or AI, or perhaps a mix of both, just popping up. And it could be very daunting for newcomers or people who are in the business already but aren't making that much money, just to see all these other competitors come out of nowhere and take a piece of that pie. I mean, that's the bottom line here. When there's more people doing it, there's less money to be made. I mean, or at least that's the common theory of what one person would think as he or she sees a lot of channels come up. Personally, however, I'm seeing a landmine of opportunities still. So my mentors always told me that there's always been a mix of opportunities and difficulties. And that's the way I see it with YouTube as well. I mean, in the very beginnings, some of the difficulties wasn't really sure how the algorithm works. So if you started like 4 or 5 years ago, like when I first started, I wasn't too sure about how the algorithm worked. I wasn't really sure how to get it on my side, but now I do. At the same time though, a lot of other people do as well. But here's why it's a good thing actually, with more competitors coming up and also with AI coming up, is that I find like a lot of these people are not really putting in the work to really make the channels very, very good. They're more just in it just to make $1 or $2. And that's what I'm seeing from a lot of these channels that are just coming up, is that a lot of channels are coming up, but they're not coming up with quality. There's something called AI slop. This has to do with AI very specifically, is that you have a bunch of these AI channels coming up and they're producing like 10 videos per day, but the quality is very, very low. Now, some of them do hit a lot of views just because of the algorithm, but personally, I love these channels because they're testing like what is currently working on my niche. So I look at them and I see what videos are performing from them, and I can produce a lot higher quality video than what they're doing. So they're really testing the market for me. And also from what I see from a lot of just general YouTubers from other course creators is that, again, I'm not gonna bash them, but I see that the quality isn't quite there. And why I see that as a great thing going forward in 2026 is that, well, just like every other year before this year, is as long as you work on your skills, which is your ability to get people to click and to get their ability to get people to stay, there's always a landmine of opportunities. And that's still what I see in today's marketplace on YouTube. I still see a gold mine of opportunities to make money as long as you work on those skills. And I love it. And those are the two core skills I've always preach to my students to work on, and even now, things that I work on every single week. So every single week I spend about 5 hours looking through my old videos, looking at other videos in my niche, also competitors, and just looking at how to get better, whether that's retention, that CTR, what kind of thumbnails are they making these days, how are they titling their videos, and thinking into the psychology of it. Why would people click on this video? So it's a lot of fun to work on improvement, and I believe that 2026 going forward as well, as long as one person works on his or her skills, they'll always be able to make a significant amount of money on YouTube. I mean, think about it. If you had Mr. Beast's skills today, if all of a sudden someone took Mr. Beast's skills and just put inside your head, how much money do you think you would be able to make in that 1 year? probably like $1 million, right? Because that guy knows a lot about CTR, he knows a lot about retention, and the same thing is with everything in 2026, I believe. So I'm gonna show you guys here very quickly one of my videos which I released a couple weeks ago. As you can see, it's made a couple $1,000s and it's still growing every single day. Like it's still making a couple dollars every single day. I expect it to grow a little bit more and more and more. So the opportunities are definitely still here. I mean, I just made this a couple of weeks ago. It took me about 10 hours to make on my side, and then I put it out to my team to complete the rest, which is editing, voiceovers, and things are still doing very, very good, guys. And just for example, I'm gonna show you guys here 2 other channels that are doing $10,000 per month on YouTube, completely faceless. And as you guys can see, these channels are still doing well. And guys, 2026 is still a great opportunity. I remember when I first started in the pandemic around 2021, people were saying, oh, don't do this stuff, this is still so saturated. And honestly, every single year since 2021, whether it's 2022, 2023, up until now, 2026, while time flies, people have always said that, talked about saturation. Even before I did YouTube, I was doing Amazon, people were talking about it being saturated, but I made 7 figures there, and I also made 7 figures with YouTube. So if any of you guys are looking for ways to make money online, please check out the link down below. I have our free little PDF on how I made $30,000 within 8 hours on YouTube, and that was about a year ago as of today. $30,000 on one single video. You guys can check that out down below, click it, and also drop a comment down below and let me know what other videos you guys would like me to make. Other than that, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.